it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats, but guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how to find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
This is 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's Watson. And it's incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test, going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. That'll carry for Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 51 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On play action, here's Nix. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this well. That's midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake. Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First down, Broncos.
Now it's Nix. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Intended for RJ.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Nix from the shotgun. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. And this will be caught. This time the 2-point conversion works, and it's 14-0. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw, Watson. And it's complete to Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Nix. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Jalen Waddle. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Nix to the air. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown! From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
14, Portland Sutton. It's a gain of 20. First down, Denver.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go play action with Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's to the 15. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Denver.
Back to throw now on first down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Nick's going to keep this himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Nick's looking to throw again. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The Broncos.
They'll look to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
That's good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brandon Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Second down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Watson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
Fourth down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Looking to throw. Nix. Touchdown. Taysom Hill. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Alex Singleton in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Watson now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Riley Moss able to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Courtland Sutton getting set for their next drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Off the play fake, Nix. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now a 2nd and 10.
Minkah Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
Back to throw. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
42, Jets, 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Here's Allen. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hanson. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, here's Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is dropped. Oh my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Now it's Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
They're going. It's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Back to the air with Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Nix to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
21 yards. First down, Broncos.
To throw is Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Watson. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw, Watson. Now he's going to step up and run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
16 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown. New York. Throwing Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix. Little short pass here to Hill. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toss left side for Harvey. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. R.J. Harvey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Welcome back now here in London. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Watson now to throw. He finds Wilson. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 9 now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring it. The 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On fourth down, Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
68.
To throw is Watson. This is Smith with the ground. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's good for the Jets.
Now it's Watson. Allen here on the screen. Touchdown, Jets. Off the play fake. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw, here's Nix. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16. Brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And they'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once more with Harvey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Nick's going to keep this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the ground, Harvey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
They'll try again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, touchdown Broncos! Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. And the Jets set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter This would be their third straight defeat. Here's Watson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Watson. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
First and 10 at the
Back to throw. Watson. Caught by Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another Jets. Here we go. First down.
Watson. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
At the 19-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 21 yards away. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught by Hill. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
First down, Denver.
On play action, here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jalen Waddle with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And no, the fall's incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game until today. That had never been done in NFL history. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6.
Leads to 3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Watson. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover on down.
They'll go play action with Nix. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 26 yards. And the Broncos up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Watson. And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Back at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Over the middle here to Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Got it. Ready?
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Ready. 70 Lions.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on.
That's good for a Jets.
19, Tiger, 19.
To the air yet again, Watson. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and long.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here? They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, The losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.